So I've been meaning to make this video for like a week or something, and I was actually gonna make a couple different videos that were all just some ideas that I had, and I just wanted to like put it in a video format just in case like I ever forgot about it. And I also did want to just like kind of wanted to share it with people, and that might be kind of I don't know the word, but somebody could steal the ideas potentially, and honestly, I'm not too worried about that because the ideas are a little delusional, I'll say. Um, so I'm not that worried. But yeah, I just wanted to make a video like talking about these ideas that I had for projects and I just haven't really sat down and made the videos probably just from being lazy or not really knowing how to make the video. I'm just playing Skate 3 right now because I'm trying to get my brain juices flowing. Cause I don't know, this game like is really satisfying for some reason. I just like coming back to it every once in a while. Just skating around. It's weird. I don't even like skateboarding, but I like this. But anyway, the reason I'm making this video now is because I had a weird experience about 15 minutes ago. I took a shower and when I got out of the shower, I put my towel on the bin with all the clothes that I usually put after I got out of the shower, I put my towel on top of the pile of clothes that were in the bin that I usually put my dirty clothes in. And it basically fell off of the pile of clothes and it fell onto I actually don't know what they're called. Basically the bleach container. Um, I probably sound so stupid right now, but the detergent, I think that's what it's called. Whatever you use to like clean your clothes. Oh my God, why is this guy walking in my way? Um, anyway, so what happened was it fell on that and it like knocked over a bunch of other like um cleaning container stuff. And what happened was the cap fell off, so that means it was not screwed on all the way. So whoever did that, if I get sick, it's your fault, for being lazy. I guess there's a lot of laziness going on in this house. Um, and it's also kind of my fault because it's also kind of my fault because I was letting the clothes pile up, and it was like above like the height of the bin, and so I don't know why I'm saying bin. It's basket. The clothes basket. I want to go to a different location. I don't want to be in the streets. I want to be locations. Yes, this is my favorite place to go. All the way up here, the observatory. Anyway, so when the cap fell off, the bleach container fell over, and I felt it splash on me. So it went on my chest, and maybe like some of it got on my arm. And I don't know. I hope it did not go in my nose or my mouth or anything, or my eyes. So I think it was only a little bit. I'll probably be fine. But it just made me kind of nervous. Like that was kind of like a Final Destination scenario where where the bleach container somehow falls over and opens and splashes towards me, and maybe I'll like ingest it or something. I just realized I forgot to set a checkpoint. Anyway, yeah. So I just keep kind of dragging this out a little bit, but I just wanted to like make sure this was on the record, because maybe it was like divine intervention, like to like a near-death experience, even though I'm definitely probably gonna be fine. Like I don't think a small amount would kill you, to be honest. But yeah, I think it's giving me the push to make this video because I'm scared I might not be able to, and maybe I never will if I'm too lazy. But here I am. I'm doing it now. Okay, so that's good. I'm proud of myself, even though I shouldn't be because I had to be scared. I had to be scared into making the video. But anyway, now I'll start talking about the actual project, and this will be the first of a couple, and I do want to reiterate that I'm coughing. I think the bleach is killing me. I'm fine. Anyway, so okay, the project for this video is Minecraft Legacy. Okay, this was the first idea I had. that was sort of big. And my gosh, I say sort of big, but it's actually really big of a project. I haven't even explained what it is yet, but basically, instead of saying it's really big, I'm just gonna say what it is. Um, Basically, in April, sometime in April of this year, 2025, I just had like a yearning for nostalgia. And in the case of what that nostalgia was for, it was for Legacy Minecraft, specifically the Xbox 360 version. Um, and you know, you could play Xenia, you can play, you know, an emulator, play an old game like that, but I don't think that was really ever the reason why I loved it. And I'm just gonna put a checkpoint right here. Okay. Um, I think the reason I loved it, well, was obviously the graphics are really good, in comparison to Bedrock Edition. But I will say the new vibrant visuals they did. I did like a five, like a, I think I did like a 5 hour, I did like a 5 hour playthrough with with a buddy of mine, um, yesterday, and that's actually on my other channel, so you can go see that. Um, but yeah, usually I don't play Minecraft anymore, in general, and specifically like not even like Bedrock is the one I least want to play, to be honest, just because like obviously it's worse, but like what can you do really? But I think the vibrant visuals really kind of like changed it up a little bit, and I don't know, it was interesting. It was interesting, like just playing with my friend too as well. I never really played Minecraft with him because he's kind of. I just had to open my window. What was I talking about? Right. Anyway, Minecraft Legacy, right? That's the name. That's the name I ended up coming up with. Because I think it fits it really well. Oh, that was okay. I think it fits it really well because there isn't really any other like version or edition that you could get confused with Legacy, because it's the first the console editions are the first to get discontinued. So technically, we can call that Legacy, and you're not going to call like Java, even though like Java's older, obviously. It's the oldest version of Minecraft, or edition, sorry. And so you wouldn't call it Legacy because it's still ongoing. And also you would probably just call the older versions of Java, you'd probably just call the older versions of Java Alpha or Beta. But yeah, nobody's going to call Java Legacy, especially when it's probably going to go on forever and never be discontinued. Even though it was kind of in question when Bedrock came out, and you'd think that they would merge the two together, and like why would you keep Java Edition when it's only one platform? And the reason they discontinued the legacy console editions was specifically because they want everyone to play together. So why are they keeping Java? Who knows? Seems kind of redundant to have be working on two versions. But anyway, that's not the point of this video. To talk about that. Basically, Minecraft Legacy, right? I think that that name will not get confused because everyone thinks as everyone because everyone thinks that the console editions are basically old at this point because you just don't see them anymore, and that would probably be easy to think of as Legacy. And I'm spending a lot of time talking about the name when I should be talking about other things that are way more complicated. But you know what? I'm not gonna worry about time. I'm trying to get all the details in, and that will make the clearest image. You know, maybe this video will be like a blueprint. Maybe one day, like 50 years from now, somebody will see this and they'll be like, you know what? Let's do that, because AI can reverse engineer anything instantly. And speaking of reverse engineering, I started going down this rabbit hole because I started using ChatGPT for the first time. And that's partly why this whole idea is delusional, because the AI didn't tell me it was not possible. Because obviously it is possible, but like it's really not likely to happen. But anyway, I was just like curious. I'm a very curious person. That's why like I kept asking questions. And I think there was like a free, I think in April or something, I got like a free, like unlimited prompts thing. Cause like I was conversing with it for like 8 hours or something, maybe like 12 hours. It was a long time. because like I was trying to figure out everything, like, can you reverse engineer an Xbox 360 game? How difficult would it be? Um, and I was trying to work out all the little things. And I'm not gonna like talk about each and everything at once. I'm gonna talk about I'm not gonna talk about everything at once. I'm gonna talk about each thing individually, so it's easier to understand. And so this video is kind of unpolished, meaning I'm basically saying everything off the top of my head, and that's probably a part of being lazy in this circumstance. And so it'll seem like I'm rambling, I guess. Also, because I really just hate editing. I guess maybe the game is distracting me. This is supposed to be like, maybe it's because I just woke up. I don't know. All right, let me just get the concept down, okay? This is all fictional, okay? Microsoft, do not sue me. You have no reason to. This is fictional. This will not happen. I will never do this. And if I do, it will be under an alias, so you will not know it's me. But no, okay, like jokes aside, like realistically, I will never do what I'm about to say. Just because of the difficulty, and I think it would be very difficult for me to learn coding and computer concepts, especially when I don't want to. The only reason I would want to is for this project and another project actually, which involves coding. Anyway, so the first thing I'm going to go over is the launcher. Minecraft Legacy, I'm going to give it a launcher. And also, just to clarify, I want to, so basically, the idea is to reverse engineer the Xbox 360 edition of Minecraft. And when I was doing this, I just wanted to mention this. This is also kind of like divine intervention. I didn't know about the Sonic Unleashed ports to Windows. And so after like after like researching this anyway, so reverse engineer Minecraft on the reverse engineer the Xbox 360 edition of Minecraft. And that was the goal. And then I discovered that the Sonic Unleashed port was a thing, and I learned that the people who did that, who created that port, left the tools available for anybody who wanted to attempt to port another game, which obviously it's been about 8 months and nobody's done any games so far, at least that I'm aware of. Also because you still have a lot of work to do. It's not like a direct conversion. I don't know why I'm talking about the technical stuff. This is not really that important, but anyway, that was really nice finding out that they have something that can help with converting or porting 360 games to Windows. But anyway, further down the rabbit hole with my own research, I started wondering about multiplayer. And also, let me just establish like the whole point of this. The whole point of this is to not only bring the 360 version to the it's not only to bring the 360 edition to the Windows. It's not only to bring the Xbox 360 edition to PC, but it's also to recreate the one thing that I think is the most important part, and that is multiplayer. But I want to change it. I want to change it slightly. Okay? So, I'm not sure I'm not sure if this was actually a real thing ever, but I think, just from my experience, when I first started playing online for Minecraft, way back when, I didn't understand how anything worked. I didn't understand Xbox Live, but for some reason, my mom got it, and I think it was so I could play with my friend. And so I think I just made a connection in my brain. I was going to say, a random person appeared in the join menu way back when in like 2013. I still remember his name. I think it was Zombie Killer, and he had a zombie pigman skin. And I think he played with his little brother as well, like with like on split screen. And so it was me and my little brother doing split screen, and I was in his world, and he was also doing split screen with his little brother. But this was like a random guy, and I did not have any friends like on my friends list. So how did I find this guy? How did he appear in my join menu? And either I added my friend, I'll just call him Alex because, you know, lots of people are named Alex and never figure out who he really is. But my friend Alex, either I had him added, and so Zombie Killer must have had his settings on his world to friends of friends can join. So that means that even though I'm not friends with him, I can join because I'm friends with Alex. And so either that happened, which I just thought of, or originally what I thought was that maybe there was some system in the background that detects if you have nobody on your friends list, it will just show you some options of people to join. And maybe that is how I found Zombie Killer. And I actually only played with him like once or twice. Actually, I think I sent him a friend request and he never accepted it. But I only played with him like twice, and then I started finding other people through him, I think at least. And then I just kept going down like this rabbit hole of people, I think. Either it was friends of friends that I was meeting or like that were showing up in my join menu. So it was like I would add a friend, I would have then I would have more people to join who were their friends. And like it was like a weird ecosystem or like a rabbit hole. I'm using that phrase a lot, rabbit hole. And so that's how I just was always finding new people. And I just think that's so strange. Like, I don't get how I was always seeing new usernames. Like, either people were constantly making friends, like, people, when I say people, I mean like people on my friends list. Either people on my friends list were constantly making new friends, and so I was seeing new people, or the game had a system that was just constantly showing me like a couple options of random people I could join. Which I don't understand how that would make sense because the only options are either it's friends only, so friends of friends is turned off, or friends of friends is turned on. So that means that, obviously you know what that means. You're not stupid, I guess, probably, hopefully. And so you would be seeing friends of friends in your join menu, or no, there's no other option. Like there's no option to just let random people join your world. And yet, it's just like a conundrum because I remember throughout the years, 2014, 2015, 2016, I had this one world I always played on. It was a minigame world and, had little games like TNT Run and stuff. Very basic and fun, Spleef, stuff like that. I spent a lot of time on that world, like years, really. And I would leave, it wouldn't be invite only. It would be open to friends of friends. Usually everyone has it on all the time, and I always did. And random people would just join my world. And here's the confusion about the friends of friends option in the menu. I thought that your friend, like the friend, so okay, so say my friend Alex is in my world. He would have to be in my world in order for one of his friends to see the world and join it. But in these cases, I was playing completely alone. So I don't understand how, if no one's in my world and someone joins and they're not on my friends list, how are they joining? I mean, they could obviously probably join from my profile, but who is this person looking at my profile and why is it happening so often? I was just a little kid, so, it's not like people knew who I was. I wasn't famous or anything. Still not really. So actually, that's funny. There's I was hanging out in a Discord server, and it was the Xenia Discord server, I think. And these two British kids, these two British lads, they joined the Discord voice chat where I was hanging out, and they're like, this is when we were testing Nexia, which is the new fork of Xenia, which is supposed to enable multiplayer, and it's still not like stable or like fully functional. It's very early in development. And so anyway, they were just there to like see what was going on and they wanted to try the multiplayer because we were doing like testing and stuff. And so I guess they like saw my name and then they were like, "Dude, that's the guy. That's the guy who made the video." And I don't know, it's just kind of weird. I don't know. If you guys think that's weird, then let me know. But to me, that was very weird because I was like, it was like they were starstruck, but like I just made a little YouTube video, and not that famous. So anyway, yeah, this is not really. This is more just like a talk video. This is not really like fully about the project, but maybe I'll make like a. I was gonna include it at the end of this video, like a demonstration of how everything would look. Obviously, I would have to like figure out how to like do that. I'd have to do a lot of like Photoshop and stuff. I say Photoshop. I don't use Photoshop because I think I don't like it. I don't know how it works. I'm a paint.net guy. That's how I do everything. It's probably why my thumbnails are crap, but it's okay. Anyway, so back to the original thing. That the experiences I had from just like random people showing up and me making new friends was really, it's become something I really cherished, because obviously like now, like 10 years later, I don't really, I never kept any of the friends. They were kind of just like, they were like true Xbox like friends, where like if they're on your friends list, okay, you maybe they'll hop in your world, or you'll join one of their worlds or their friends' world or something. You weren't actual friends. And that's probably, yeah, that's exactly why I'm not friends with any of those people to this day. Only people I've stayed friends with are two people from Call of Duty, and it's kind of strange. We all met each other at the same time, apparently, in a Mob of the Dead lobby, in a public match, and so I guess we all just like became friends. I guess we were like Xbox friends at first, where like we were just like playing together because, you know, do the Easter egg. I really like the Easter eggs. And so yeah, but actually a couple years later I did make another friend who I'm still friends with today. But yeah, Minecraft, I don't know. Actually, some people I do stay in contact with from Minecraft, but like I'm not like close friends with them. Anyway, the main point I'm trying to get across is that even though these people, you know, I never became friends with them really. Mostly because everyone's like a little kid, and the brain capacity isn't really there for close friendships. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but anyway, it was still nice feeling like it was a society. Like nobody wants to play Minecraft alone, right? I mean, some people do, but like I think it's always better when there's people. And a case could be made that, oh, I went way too high right there. Case could be made that it'll never be the same. Like even in the future, like it just won't be the same. But I think I can make it, my idea of it could be something really great. And so in my idealized version of Minecraft Legacy, you know, after I somehow managed to port it, and obviously there's a lot of complications with this because there's 75 title updates, and some people prefer different versions, and obviously some versions are better than others. And so I guess I would in my brain I guess I decided that I would start with TU0, the base game, obviously. And then maybe originally it was like super delusional, where I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna reverse engineer every update. No, that would take way too much time. It's difficult enough already just doing the base game. And it's like you're probably wondering, why Xbox 360? Why console edition? Why? Because it looks different. You can make it look similar on PC. I mean, you can, but you know, I've seen the Java mod, Legacy Reborn or Reconsole or whatever. But they don't look the same. Like, people want the same. They want to see what they used to see. They don't want to see your weird mod that tries to replicate something. And that's why reverse engineering it would just be obviously the most authentic way you can do it. And I still haven't said it, but I want to basically, in Minecraft Legacy, I want that feature where you just find random people all the time. And so I was thinking of like a sorting system, right? Actually, hold on. Before I go into the multiplayer part, let me explain the title updates. I'm like all over the place. The title updates, I'm not going to reverse engineer every single one. I was thinking maybe I could do a couple. And then I realized, instead of doing a couple, you know, like TU10, TU20, TU30, I could still do a couple. But instead of reverse engineering the updates, I could just make them from scratch. I think, you know, if I learn how to code, if I know how to reverse engineer something, I probably know how to code just from like the experience of learning how to reverse engineer. Like you gotta know a lot, I think. So yeah, I think I would do either requested title updates or I'll just like pick some. Like I'll start with the title update. Sorry, the title updates with the new tutorial worlds, right? So honestly, I don't know them off the top of my head, but but yeah, you know, like I think TU5 maybe has a new tutorial world. Whatever. The point is, I'll do a couple. Maybe I'll just stick to doing TU10, TU20. You know, like all like the big updates. I don't know the numbers. I assume they're like the end of they're the 10 numbers. But anyway, yeah. So either I would do that from yeah, I'd probably do that from scratch, like the updates. And also, after TU75, once everything's like good, everything original is original and authentic and everything, I want to make my own version. Okay, I want to make my own version, meaning I'm going to make a TU76. Maybe I probably wouldn't call it that, but basically that's what it is. And it's going to have, I want it to have, I want it to be my ideas. And, you know, it's not like everything is forced. Like you can pick the title update you want to play on. So nobody has to play my update. But I was trying to think of what I was gonna add. I already kind of forgot. But I think some of the things I would add, firstly, would be prop hunts. I want to add prop hunts to minigames. And let's see, what else is there? I could maybe do TNT run, maybe. But yeah, prop hunt's the big one. And I think I had some other ideas, but I already forgot, and that's okay. But this is all theoretical anyways. This will never happen. Most likely. Like 99% chance this will never happen. But I'm putting this into the ether. But anyway, so yeah, that's the idea for the game itself. You know, reverse engineer your base game and then manually create the updates. And you know, I would have to, you know, obviously it may not be fully accurate. I'll make sure it's as accurate as possible. If somebody finds something that's not accurate, like if I make TU5, for example, you know, I'm reading all the patch notes. I'm checking everything and making sure everything looks the same, you know, using the emulator and and all that, making sure everything's authentic. If someone finds something like what's that the piston stuff? The they call it quasi connectivity or something where like you can move pistons without having any redstone like connected to them. Some weird thing. I don't know anything about it. I don't know how it works, but yeah, I think that was interesting. But yeah, I want even the bugs, even all the bugs. I want everything to be the exact same. It's all about authenticity. It's not about my ideas. Like everything up to TU75 is original. But I think that covers that part. Obviously all the DLC. If you have DLC, the DLC files, you know, it'll scan it. You can import it into the the launcher, and those files will just be like saved, and you'll always have those in the game, the skin packs, whatever you installed. And also for logistics purposes, I don't know what that word means. Sorry. The Sonic Unleashed port, I think it had the right idea. Actually, it had the correct idea in the sense that it will be a installer. So you have to have the Xbox 360 game file, and then the installer will basically turn it into a, you know, a Windows exe. And I'm not sure if it actually, if that installer actually like converts the game file into like a Windows file, or if it's like scanning it to see if it's the game file, and then it's like, okay, yeah, here's our version, here's our converted files. And I think if it is doing that secretly, like giving the, the converted files, I think that would be a problem. And Microsoft or whoever owns the rights, Sonic Unleashed, I don't think they would like that very much, and they would make a fuss about it and take it down. But if it is directly converting the file, that's interesting. And I think for Minecraft Legacy, it would be the same thing. You would need all the original, you know, Xbox files, you know, the DLC, the whatever, the title updates, the game file, all like 360 files in order to have anything in Minecraft Legacy. But anyway, Now, the most important part, um, the multiplayer. Okay? See that I've been recording for 47 minutes, but whatever. It's fine. The multiplayer, okay? Actually, let me go back to the launcher. So the launcher, it's gonna be called Time Machine Launcher, or just Time Machine. I haven't decided. Um, and the reason for that is because I think it's funny and I like time travel. And so when you open it up, it's gonna say something like travel to the past question mark, and then you're gonna press go or yes or something, and then it's gonna do a little animation, and then like the whole point is to like be like, oh, you're going back in time to when legacy Minecraft was still a thing and people played it all the time. um and it's like fully native on the PC, and the launcher has a lot of settings in it. Okay. You don't need to make an account. You just kind of have like I guess like internally you would have some kind of ID, like a UUID or a user ID, sorry. And that user ID, and that user ID would basically be the identifier for multiplayer. That would be the am I good? What's going on? I can't speak. That would be the identifier for multiplayer. And maybe I'll implement multiple profiles or something. Um, but basically, the main specialty that this offers, and it's kind of inauthentic, but at the same time, we don't really know. When you go into the game, when you launch into Minecraft, it's like a server browser kind of. When you go to the join menu, you're gonna see it's gonna be sorted like this. You're gonna see your friends. If they're in a world, they'll be there at the top. Then, actually, I meant to say also, it'll be sorted by ping, okay? This is for obvious reasons. You want good ping, so you're gonna pick whatever. Um, and so your friends will be sorted by ping, but mainly it's more important for the second part. Below your friends, it is going to have everyone who's playing on your title update in Minecraft Legacy, okay? Everyone who is on Minecraft Legacy, if you set in your launcher to be online, then also if you have your world as open and Friends of Friends has to be on. I'm not going to add any settings in there because I want everything to look the same. I'm just changing how the multiplayer system works. And, honestly, you could say that's for the better. If anyone's complaining about that, then you might be a little bit of a spectacle. But anyway, everything looks the same. The only thing is that you'll see more people and they will be sorted in a way. But, if I didn't just tell you what it was going to be sorted like, then you wouldn't know. You would just think, oh, cool. Friends of Friends is here. But in reality, um, it's just going to have everyone on your version that you're playing. And they will be sorted by ping. And that is good, obviously. So below your friends, anyone who's not in your friends list that you don't recognize, they are going to be random people, and if their world is open, then you can join them. And you could say, "Oh, I want friends of friends to join, but not random people." Well, that's why instead of adding a setting into Minecraft, it'll be in the launcher. Okay. So by default, obviously this will be on. Random people can join random people, unless you have that friends of friends off, or just invite only. You could do that too. In the launcher, maybe it'll be an overlay as well, actually. I was thinking of that, like a Steam thing, Shift Tab, I think it is. You can see the server browser, you can see your settings. You can set it to, it'll be similar to the launcher settings, but it'll just be in like an overlay form. And so basically you can set, I don't know what I'm gonna call it. I feel like it would look weird if I named it like strangers. But it would basically be like strangers can join. That sounds like a function, but maybe okay. No, here's something better. Allow game to be joined by anybody. So that'll be like a third option. You got invite only, you got friends of friends, and then you got anybody can join, which will not be in Minecraft because that wasn't ever an option. But it'll be in the launcher and the overlay. And so this is a good first experience recording a video for a project because I'm like understanding. I'm learning how to how to do this and what I need to do, and in the future I'm definitely gonna make a polished video. So I'm probably just gonna put this on the second channel as like a yap fest. But it's good to just get everything in a video like raw. No editing out extra details. Damn, bro, folded. Anyway, so you have the option to turn off anybody can join your world in the overlay in the launcher. And so that's basically my feature I want to introduce in every single version. And that way there's more of a sense of community and possibilities for making friends and meeting people and making enemies and all that wonderful stuff. I don't know. I think it's really about realness and unpredictability that makes things exciting and interesting. You know, I just want to like point out like you online you'll meet people you don't like. You will you know, this doesn't happen anymore because in Bedrock Edition and, you know, Java, whatever, unless you're playing like a server or something, you're not gonna find new people. You know, you might have your like friends from real life or something, and you'll be like, "Come join my world." And I know like from like my little sister who has friends from school. Like I think I remember her friends joining her world like maybe once for like 20 minutes maybe. But I'm not there all the time. But yeah, and that was a creative world though, I will say. And I think she does have a survival world that she's doing with someone else. And yeah, they play that sometimes. But anyway, most of the time, you know, she plays by herself in her mushroom kingdom that she built, uh, which is actually quite impressive. Like, yeah, I did not know. I don't know. I didn't know like she could build like so many things. Anyway, I think it's just about the experience of like the olden days. I that feels weird saying that. The olden days. What's so special about the olden days? I think it's similar to like Black Ops 2, if anybody knows. Like back in the day, the public lobbies and like search and destroy, everybody was forced to go to game chat, so you couldn't be in a party. And I think that was a really cool mechanic, forcing people to go in the game chat. And so it was just like everybody hanging out. Like it's like the true definition of a community, not like, oh, uh, the community of Minecraft is really diverse and fun and like for Bedrock Edition, right? Like you said, Bedrock community, the Bedrock Edition community, is it really a community? Like, if nobody sees each other, nobody plays together, is it really a community? Because I feel like most of the time people are playing by themselves or with their closest friends or maybe their Xbox friends, but you don't meet new people unless you're making like a group chat. Wait, group chat or I think it's called group post. Yeah, group post. So you could post on Xbox in like clubs. Yeah, there's a Minecraft club. Actually I think every game you go on has a built-in like club that you can post LFGs, looking for group. But honestly, that's just weird. Like if anybody ever sees this video or this part specifically, because this video is kind of long, this is kind of like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if anybody will ever see this. I don't think anybody will ever comment, but if somebody ever does, do you think LFGs are weird? I think they're weird. Maybe the aliens in 3 trillion years when the Earth is extinct, they'll find the YouTube data servers and they'll find my video and then they'll just be like, what the Sigma is this guy yapping about? Forgot where I was going with that. But yeah, dude, the sense of community, it's gone. This is like I feel like I don't know, maybe I'm alone in this, but I just feel like video games are dead. Like it doesn't feel alive anymore. Like, you know, I'll make some like Call of Duty references. Like the guy I was playing Minecraft with yesterday just got on. Make some Call of Duty references. In Call of Duty, it felt like a community. I can't lie. Like again, if anybody's watching this, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Maybe I'll try to describe it here. The Z House in 2016. Okay, so the peak of Call of Duty Zombies. Call of Duty Zombies was a great thing. It's too bad it ended in 2018. No, sorry, 2019 because of DLC season. Um, so 6 years ago. Well, actually, it's about to be 2026. So 7 years ago, Zombies ended. I don't know where almost an entire decade has gone. Um, I guess when things end, your brain just doesn't really know how to comprehend that. And, even though at the end of Call of Duty Zombies, the characters sacrifice themselves, and here they are in the newest Call of Duty game, and they're back. And even though they're not really the same, like, I guess they're like doppelgangers from another universe or dimension. Um, it's still just like nostalgia baiting. Like, if I was a voice actor, I feel like obviously they're doing it for money, or maybe they just like playing the characters, but like it just doesn't feel right because it's not right. It's wrong. You shouldn't be doing these things. I can understand like, in Marvel, they brought back well, this is different obviously, but like in Spider-Man No Way Home, we got the original two Spider-Man movie actors to like come back as their Spider-Man, and it was logical because he was, they were from their universes and stuff brought to the MCU, and that was honestly done really well, or just like in a way that I enjoyed it, and I was very happy to see those characters. But anyway, Call of Duty Zombies, dude, the franchise is a zombie at this point. Anyway, off the rambling. Yeah, the main point that I really care about is the Lamborghini. Um, Community is really important. Like, it makes people want to be places, I feel like. Even in like today's world, like I don't know, like I saw those videos, like that random weird thing. Sorry, I'm being so vague. There was this video that just like appeared on my feed on YouTube, and it was like we're in a we're in an abandoned timeline. The world actually stopped in 2020. And like I guess a lot of people were reciprocating with that. And I kind of was feeling the same. Um yeah, I do feel like the world ended in like 2020, and that's kind of like that's when everything stopped, to be honest. Like I don't even care about the pandemic. Like that means nothing to me. Um cuz I was inside and I didn't really exist in my world. But Marvel ended, like honestly, like we can say that because the story concluded and they're just like dragging it on with like new characters, or I don't know. Nobody really cares about Marvel anymore. People liked the characters we had and they're gone now. So um Call of Duty ended 2019 as well. Wow, they actually happened. They ended at the same time. Avengers Endgame was April 2019. Um the ending of COD Zombies was, I think it was October of 2019. And for me, I think those were like my biggest things that I liked and cared about. There might be something else. I feel like there's a third thing I'm forgetting. Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of anything else. But those were like really important big things to me. Um, and it just feels like everything has stopped because kind of nothing's really happening anymore. I mean, those things still exist. COD Zombies exist, Marvel exists, but they're not the same. It's like, it's like whatever. I don't really care that much. It's been like many years. And where was I going with this? I'm forgetting because of the rambling process. Let's do this flip. Flip. Oh yeah, so I was talking about community. Um anyway, Black Ops 3, which was 2015, was basically the peak. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm falling asleep. Yeah, that was the peak. That was when the storyline was like honestly really really good, and honestly you could say even the Black Ops 2, like that was also peak. Like even multiplayer was peak. So technically you could say overall Black Ops 2 was more peak cuz campaign was amazing, multiplayer was amazing, zombies was amazing. Actually, some people would say that the zombies was not that great because of the because they kind of like did like a little, they started branched off with different characters and stuff for a couple maps. But it was still good all around. But the zombie storyline Black Ops 3 was really going. going crazy and very interesting at that point. So yeah, I think I could say Black Ops 3 was peak. So that was like 2015 and 2016. And it maybe it's just my little kid brain, to be honest. It could have been my little kid brain, but it just felt like everybody was together as like a community. Everybody, everybody liked Richtofen and like and the characters and the whatever, and it was fun. I feel like there's a lot of variety as well. Like I feel like some people didn't really care that much about the story, and a lot of people just liked how the games feel, and that's also kind of like part of it. Like 50% was like maybe 50% of it was the story and 50% was the gameplay. Because those go hand in hand. Um, and so anyway, yeah, when the game ended, when Black Ops 3 ended, it was like a cliffhanger, and so Black Ops 4 did not go well. Probably because of the mechanics. That probably was very detrimental. That people did not like. The story was not bad. Um, and honestly, like once you play with the mechanics for a little while, maybe I just got used to it. But honestly, like mechanics were not that bad. I think people just missed like Juggernog and stuff. You know what I just realized? I never ever hang out in this like section of the map. I only hang out in the what is this called? I only hang out in the industrial and university district because they got the mega parks and like the big things. But since I'm just like going around, I'm not trying to see the same thing over and over. So I guess I'm gonna explore this city because I don't think I ever did this. I never spent time just going around the city. And this is a dead end. Plaza of Solitude. What just happened? Anyway, so yeah, Black Ops 4, the community honestly fell apart because everybody was because Fortnite happened, and also because I think people really just did not like the like BO4 at that time. So that was kind of like the downfall, because when the finale of COD Zombies happened, the YouTubers are always there. They always make the videos, for the Easter eggs and the live reactions. Um I think JC Backfire like cried or something. At that point, it just felt like nobody cared anymore. Like even me, like I was a big Zombies fan, and like I didn't really become obsessed with Fortnite like everyone else. Partially because I prefer to not be like everyone else. Like I'm not like a trend chaser. Like I don't, and I just don't. I'm not like that. I don't know. Maybe I just want to stand out, but honestly, I don't like feeling like I'm a part of the herd. So maybe that says something about me. I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, I played Fortnite for like the first year, I think, like 2018 or something. I remember like when I first tried it, it was like Christmas time. That was when I first got my Xbox in 2017. So that was like Christmas time. It was interesting. It was fun for a little bit. Um, But like again, like it's been like 7 years since that happened. Kind of crazy. Anyway, I don't want to spend any time talking about Fortnite. But this dude's playing the Minecraft world without me. Oh my gosh. Yeah, sorry, I'm just like baffled at this game I played so much, and yet I don't recognize this place because I've never been here. Anyway, so as we climb out of this rabbit hole, dude, I can't stop saying it. I keep saying rabbit hole. It's just so fascinating. Is this an Irish place? Broken Spine? No, it's just green. Wait, secondhand books? Alright. Alright, dude, you don't gotta freaking freak out. Oh, I did it! Alright, damn. Damn, what is bro doing? Oh my, get up, bro, get up! Anyway, I don't even know how I started talking about Fortnite. Did that say There's no way. Beer Street? Oh, it did, wow. Mm. Anyway. So yeah, after the ending of Black Ops 4, it just kind of fizzled out. I mean, everyone knew it was over, and yet people are still in denial, maybe? Or maybe it's like what I said before, like our brains don't know how to understand or how to cope or comprehend that something is over that was so important in our lives. Like, is it weird to say that about a video game? Like, it kind of is, but like, can't you say you can kind of say that about anything? I mean, if something's important, it's important. I mean, it's not like it's less value just because it's a video game. Like, I mean, especially when it's like it's more than a video game. It's like it's everybody in it together. And so, you know, Black Ops Cold War. I'll just call it Black Ops 5. Cold War stuff. So Black Ops 5 came out. They rebooted it basically. And if anyone says it's not a reboot, then from your perspective, their sacrifices were for nothing in the end of Black Ops 4. Um, so no. Anyway, so Black Ops 5 came out. It was absolutely dog water. They blamed the pandemic. You know, maybe it was a pandemic, maybe it wasn't. Either way, they still did things that were not good, and I think that's a skill thing, especially when the original developers who made the original zombies games they left. They literally left because their time was over and they didn't want to be a part of anything after. And one of the leaders, the lead director of the zombie stuff, he you know, he never revealed what happened. I don't know, maybe there's legal problems with that. He can't say or something, but maybe he doesn't care enough. But he basically took a bunch of developers and brought them to a new studio. Bro, what is this Bowser's castle? There is no way these doors are here, unironically. That is a Bowser's castle if I ever seen one. Open up, Bowser. Let me in there. All right, anyway. Man, be your damn. Get that, boy. Uh, 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 yeah, anyway, so Black Ops 5 was bad. Black Ops 6. You know, there's no point in saying bad. Like, I might as well just say that nobody cares anymore. I mean, Black Ops 5 was low quality, like asset-wise and like story-wise. Story-wise, it was non-existent. Um, but whatever. Blame the pandemic. Who cares? Black Ops 6 though, the boss. Okay. I think the boss fights were good. But again, maybe I'm just too old to care about new things. But characters, I do not give a crap. Story, I don't even remember what the story was. All I remember is I fought a giant golem, and I fought a giant zombie T-Rex, and I fought a giant flying ball that was Samantha. Her name was Samantha, and she was like an AI or something. And then I fought Richtofen and his giant mech, and I actually never went back to beat him, because it was too difficult, and I don't feel like wasting more time. So anyway, this grass reminds me of Mario. Anyway, so I'm rambling on about Call of Duty Zombies and Fortnite. What is my point exactly? My point is to showcase how video games are not special anymore. They're not good anymore. Community is non-existent. Maybe Xbox, like the old consoles, like maybe we subconsciously knew. No, I think everyone knew that it was like it didn't feel fully corporate yet because it was kind of low quality. I mean, TVs were lower quality. They were like 720p, you know, you could see the grain. But now everything's like 4K, crystal clear, and I think that brings a feeling of modernity and modernness. I don't know if those are words, but is that a carpet? It looks like a carpet. Anyway, so yeah, the current state is awful, and I think Minecraft Legacy could be very good. You know, I think I said this before to somebody that I was talking to, like probably my brother or somebody. Um, Even if 5 people played my like project, like if 5 people played Minecraft Legacy, I would be happy. And just maybe, there's a small chance, a lot of people, maybe like 1,000 people, would play Minecraft Legacy. But you know, just the nostalgia alone, it doesn't keep people, you know, because they've already done things. You know, they're older. most people who want to play the old versions are old. They're doing it for nostalgia reasons. When I say old, I mean like in their 20s. And you know, from the people I've met that like want to play the old version, for some reason they're always like 5 years younger than me, which is crazy because back in the day I felt like I was the young one. Like, cause I was like 10 years old, 9 years old, 8 years old. But these like 16-year-olds and like 17 or 18 or 15, you know, like years younger than me. I don't understand why they want to play. Like they said that they like these people telling me they played when they were like 5 years old or 3 years old or they saw their brother playing it and it's like, why is it these people and not the ones who actually played? I mean, they probably have some like faint memories of them like split screening or something, or maybe they had it like secondhand. Like, is that what this is now? The secondhand people like the siblings of the original people who played are the ones who want to play. You know, like if you tell me you started playing in like 2016 or something, I would think, oh, you're not an OG. You were there at the end of the life cycle, because Legacy lasted like it was like a time span of like 2012 to 2015, maybe 2016, but it was like honestly dead by the time 2017 rolled around. And that's probably why they stopped updating the old versions, because everybody's moving on to like the new consoles. You know, maybe move into Call of Duty. I mean, you can only play Minecraft for so long, right? And that's why this whole thing is honestly, you know, sometimes I think about it and I'm just like, wow, this is kind of stupid. It's like it's not that deep. This whole thing is not that deep. But you know, maybe my updates would make it like better, newer, but still that old feeling. Maybe the engine feels great, right? We don't have that engine anymore. People like I used to really like the crafting UI, the old one for the consoles, and now when I think back, like it's kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying if you don't know where something is. Like it's kind of weird that they even made the crafting menu like that in the first place. But yeah, whatever. It's it's a clunky thing, okay? It's unique. Damn, what is that? I think I remember that faintly. I don't think you can get up there with a skateboard though. Yeah, and crash into the car. Is that guy carrying a bag? What is that? He's carrying a newspaper. Down you go. Yeah, did I cover everything? I don't know if I did. Yeah, I was also thinking of back to the part where like my update. It's kind of funny. I didn't really have much to say about the original updates, but for my update, I think one of the things I had in mind was events. Maybe like maybe like some type of adventure map, and I want to add kind of like mods in a way, but not mods. I think I want to add like another dimension or something. I think I want to add like maybe I can maybe like DLC, like how DLC is in the game, like, but like instead of like pressing like a texture pack or something. I'm not sure how it work. I remember thinking of the a concept of events of some sort, like maybe like an adventure map or something, and people have to race, or maybe they have to work together, and it's like 100 people. Like obviously, I would increase the player limit. Actually, I think I would increase the player limit just like in general. Probably just for my updates. But like everything would be like optional. Like nothing would be like that different from my version. Like it would just be like more like the prop hunt in the minigames area, um and maybe like another like section of the world menu where you can turn on like a mod or something. Actually no, that feels weird. I don't really like that. I don't really like the idea of mods. Yeah, forget that actually. I would have to think more on that. I had a lot of ideas when I was younger. I would definitely add command blocks. Well, command blocks are already in the game, but like I would give them functionality so they actually did stuff. And I would, oh yeah, I forgot. Also increase the world size limit. I would also do that. And this is all very complicated stuff. So like that's the fun part about theoreticals, you know. You don't have to do any of the things you're saying, but it's nice to imagine it and just think about things. Who died? Why is there a memorial here? Anyway, so also in the overlay of Minecraft Legacy, I want there to be it's like a server browser basically. So that means that you can see everyone who's playing on Minecraft Legacy and what title update they are on. So you can press like press join, I guess, and it would also show their ping. It would show their ping. So like, 4 bar, 10 ping or whatever, and like 100 ping will be like 3 bar or 2 bar. If you guys don't know what bar means, it means like that was the old like way you could see your connection to someone like in Call of Duty back in the olden days. We don't do ping anymore because it's peer to peer. And also, yeah, that actually, I'm really glad I just remembered that. There's a danger factor, okay? There's a danger factor. There's a danger factor to Minecraft Legacy. This is the only this is the only downside, this is the only risky part. And that is that if this is an anonymous posting, okay? This is where it kind of gets complicated. It would have to be, I've talked to people about this. They say it's a really bad idea. It would have to be peer to peer. Yeah, no, it would have to be peer to peer. And that is because I cannot host servers. The only thing I can host is a server browser, which basically helps players on the Minecraft Legacy port find each other, and it would hand out the IPs to each other only when they join. So they can't just like open the server browser and just like DDoS all of the IPs that they see. If there's any like bad people. So, people could probably just get like I would say they could use a VPN, but that might cause like lag issues and stuff. But here's the thing I'm hoping for. I'm just hoping that there aren't bad people that are just roaming around. Or, okay, I kind of fell asleep there for a second. I'm just hoping that, for Minecraft Legacy, like who's gonna go to this little project? No, it's not big. Who's going to go to this little project and just DDoS people? I think there are other projects like Plutonium or something where like it's peer-to-peer. I don't think people are DDoSing each other though. But for the most part, I think people should be safe because I think the people who are going to want to go to Minecraft Legacy, they're going to be like just people who just want to play the game. Like they're not going to be like you're not going to see a hacker be like, oh, I say hacker, but that's like very big simplification. I'll just call him hacker so it's easier to understand for most people. A hacker who DDoSes you, meaning they turn your Wi-Fi off. And it's like, how do I explain? What is this place? Yeah, I'm just hoping that doesn't happen. And if it does happen, I mean, well, here's the thing. Here's the thing about the safety of all of this. And these are carpets, by the way, I think. Back in the day on Minecraft, as a kid, actually, basically never. I played for like 5 years, say 2012, kind of. No, I'll just say 2013, because I think that's when I got Minecraft. The beginning of 2013, I got Minecraft, and then I played it pretty much like every day for years. I don't know how many years, at least 3 though, I think. And I never got DDoS, at least not that I'm aware of. But yeah, I never got DDoS, and that's because I don't think bad actors / hackers, I don't think that I don't think they go in Minecraft because, that's like a baby game in their eyes, and they're tough guys in their minds, so they're going to be on Call of Duty DDoSing people. So like, yeah, I mean, unless there's like a really special individual who like is like 1000% on the I'm trying to think of a phrase here. I'll just call him a special ed, all right? As long as there's no special edos, as long as there's no special ed people, not like just like in general, but like special ed as in like people who DDoS people all the time for, I don't know, the feeling of power. And those people are honestly really dumb. They call them like script kiddies and stuff. But if worse comes to worse, I don't know if I use that phrase right, but worse comes to worst, I could probably maybe I could make it so VPNs are not allowed, because I think the people who DDoS typically have a VPN on. But I'd have to weigh the options, because maybe that would make everyone safer if I tell them they should have a VPN on at all times, which I would really not like to do that. But yeah, there's like free VPNs and like they're probably bad to be honest. So I really don't think that's an option to tell everyone to use a VPN for their own safety, or even like pay for one for like a good one or something. Because honestly, it just really slows stuff down, and I don't think you could host a video game on a VPN. But honestly, I think the best option would be to not allow access if it detects a VPN. So I'm sure I could do that somehow by like checking the IP and then like check where that IP is located or something. And I think it can like check. I think I can make something that checks um who's hosting that IP, and it can be like a list of like, okay, Proton is the ISP for this VPN. I think that might be how it works. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm sure because I know Microsoft does it. If they detect you using a VPN, or Call of Duty detects you using a VPN, they just straight up ban you. And yeah, that's not allowed. But yeah, I think that's an option. And so then when somebody does try to DDoS another person, maybe I'll add a reporting system, and then I can review it and I could see who joined and when the DDoS happened, and then I could check and hopefully there'll be like multiple reports from like multiple people hosting worlds, and then I can see the IP that is like constantly in the worlds that are being DDoSed, and then I can say, okay, this guy right here, I'm gonna ban his IP, but first I'm gonna install a virus and destroy his computer because he's a piece of crap. Okay, no, I'm not gonna do that, even though I probably could because this whole thing is kind of whack. But no, I'm not gonna do that. I'll just ban his IP. But the problem is that I think he can change his IP if it's like dynamic or static. So I think I would have to do like I think Call of Duty does this where they ban your device, your PC. So maybe if I'm like really smart, I could like figure that out because I know Call of Duty does that. They'll like leave like a file somewhere like buried in your computer, I think. I think they call them like shadow files or something. And so that makes it so your computer literally cannot play the game or launch it or something. And then they'll just be cooked unless they take preventative measures, like maybe they'll use like a virtual machine, but maybe I can also make it so the game doesn't run on virtual machines. I don't know. I think I would have to do something very drastic, and I would have to like confirm that the person is actually the one doing it. Like, yeah, I'd have to be very like 100% sure that who it is, and then I would potentially have to. No, it's really. I want to say like maybe I should give him like a virus that like messes with him or something. Nothing like destructive, but like just make sure like it'll make sure like the device is like not a virtual machine, and it'll make sure like the host machine has the files like added, so that it like leaves a marker that it's like a banned device. Anyway, that was really crazy everything I just said, but I don't know, I feel like it's very the whole project is really secretive and like against, or like it's kind of like hiding or trying best to like avoid the law. Because I'm not sure if this is like, I'm not sure if porting this is like I'm not sure if it would cause problems. But yeah, I think almost 2 hours in this. I'm gonna upload this to the second channel, and then I'm maybe. Okay, look, I almost drank bleach, so, or not almost drink, but like I almost like breathed it in or something because it like splashed towards me. Okay, I'm gonna try my best to not be lazy. I'm gonna try to make the video. I'm gonna make everything clear and concise because this is not the proper format at all. Like, and I can, I don't want my main channel to get like striked or flagged or something from like the thing I just said about putting a virus on a hacker's computer. Although I'm sure everybody would agree that is a good idea. But when it comes to the law, that is probably not a good idea. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'll have to think of a better option. And so let's see. This dude's still playing Minecraft, so I think I'm gonna go play with him. And then I will probably, yeah, I'll probably be uploading that after this video. What is that? Are these leaves? Physical? Okay. You know, that's okay. They did a good job. Did a good job with this. Why is there a picture of a crotch? Okay, let's go to the, no. Let's go to university and then let's go down to Mega Park. We'll do a flip and then I will end the video. I feel like I hardly talked about Minecraft Legacy. Maybe it's simpler than I thought, but again, it's very complicated because of the whole process of reverse engineering. Oh, great. Jackass. What are you doing, jackass? Stop falling on your face. All right, let's do the flip. I kind of forget how to do it. I think it's both triggers. Here we go. Oh, okay, I guess I failed. I think it's B, actually. Yep, there it is. Whee! Landed. Oh, he landed on his head. Okay. Oh, anyway. That's the end of the little 2-hour podcast. Great. The podcast nobody will ever listen to, but that's okay. I'm glad I practiced and I yeah, basically just practiced. I need to practice talking in videos. I feel like it's like alien to me. But yeah, anyway, that's the end of the video.